welcome to our podcast Robotalk. Here we talk about robotics and technology in general, and today we are going to discuss about robotics in healthcare. I'm your host Adlet, and here with me Diana.
Hello, Adlet. Hello, everyone. Thank you for inviting me. It is a pleasure to be here. So, to be honest, I'm not a professional specialist or a doctor in this area, but I have some background because of my work as a researcher at Medical Robotics Center in Almaty, Kazakhstan. So, on this podcast, we will share with our experience, I think, yes?
Yeah.
So, we will talk about issues of disabled people and also robot assistants, and I think it will be a really good conversation for us and for our listeners.
Okay, so thank you Diana for coming here, and the first thing that I wanted to talk about is prosthesis because they're most common and general type of robotics in the healthcare. So what's your experience with that?
Well, prostheses come to us a long time ago. As we know, prostheses can replace some missing parts of our body. The first prosthetic arm was created in 1508. Prosthesis was created for German knight who lost her arm in a battle, and it didn't have any biomechanical functions. Speaking about modern prostheses, we have artificial prostheses which can perform any functions of our body, and for instance, a user can manage by his artificial prosthesis by voice commands.
Wow, this is so very interesting, and I was wondering what are the drawbacks of these prostheses?
However, there were some cases when prosthesis failed and it led to various injuries and scratches. I think it's really big disadvantage.
There is another thing that came to my mind is the problem of disabled people. So I don't want to blame anyone, but there's obviously a lot of problems of accessibility for disabled people because many architectures and designers doesn't really care about disabled people, so there are not many ramps in the buildings, and it's very hard for disabled people to get into the buildings and out of the buildings.
Well, I totally agree with you. For these issues was developed exoskeleton, which can perform all body functions. So the exoskeleton looks like a big suite with buttons on them. The exoskeleton can perform biomechanics of human body, as I said before, and also I want to share with my experience when I saw the exoskeleton for the first time. I was in the fair of School of Engineering and Digital Science at Nazarbayev University, and this school performed their prototype of exoskeleton, which could do anything like a people and even walked in main hall.
Well, that really is impressive, but unfortunately I haven't seen anything like that in real life. But I've seen a documentary about surgical assistant robots, and I thought it's amazing new technology that can help surgeons and patients in many ways. So first of all, obviously it's beneficial for surgeons because they're not under pressure of making any mistakes because robots don't make any mistakes, and for patients it's safety, less blood loss and less scarring, and those robots are the future of surgical operations.
Well, it's really complex work for doctors, and can you share or do you have some real examples when robots replaced doctors?
Yes, there is one of the most popular surgeon robots called Da Vinci, and it already was used over than 700,000 times around the world. And it's not really replacing a doctor, it's more like assisting the surgeon. So the way it works is the surgeon has a screen and two controllers, and by moving those controllers he can move around a robotic hand that operates on the patient, and it was proven that it is a reliable way of conducting surgical operations.
I have heard about the Vinci robot. It is really amazing new technology. Have you ever heard when some surgery assistant robots failed their mission?
Well, there are obviously many drawbacks for these robots, and one of them is that in case of failure, it's very dangerous for patient, and it could really harm them even for their whole life.
Talking about surgeon assistant robots, I want to add something like hair replacement. I was in one meeting in Turkey. They said that they use robots for these operations because almost all people have around 100,000 follicles on their. Some people apply for this service because of their medical conditions, but others people use it for beauty. It became something like a trend around the world.
I think that's really interesting.
Yeah, thank you. Have you ever considered about laser operation for improvements your eye vision?
Yes, I considered it, and well, I studied this topic, and there are basically three types of eyesight correction operations. Some of them are cheap and some of them very expensive, but I didn't really deepen in that topic. But I can tell some interesting facts. So one of the most popular types of operations is called LASIK, and the way it works is that like very strong and precise laser is shot into your eye, and it burns the cornea so that it changes shape so that a person can see well.
Oh, that is amazing.
Now I think it costs around 200 tenge, but I hope in the future it gets cheaper and cheaper, so it will be more affordable for people.
I hope so.
Yeah, so technologies develop every day, and I hope in the future the healthcare problems would be more affordable for all the people around the world. Talking about the future, there are already new technologies developing in the 3D printing sphere. There are already some 3D printers that can print human organs, that can replace real human organs in the body and function very well. And I hope that in the future limbs be replaced by these 3D printed organs. And what are your thoughts about our future?
Well, I totally agree with your idea because even now we can replace our not only limbs but also organs, and maybe in our future some incurable diseases like cancer will be easily solved.
We all hope that our future is bright and healthy. So thank you everyone for watching and listening our podcast. If you liked it, subscribe to our channel, and if you have any opinions, please write it down in the comments. Thank you, goodbye, see you later.
Goodbye. So?